All right, we all know the drill. You've sent us your bikes. We're going to roast them. First up, Brendan's 1991 GT Timberline. My name's Brendan. I'm out in the Metro Detroit area, and this is my 1991 GT Timberline.
What does metro mean in America? Is that like
Metropolitan
urban?
area.
Like a city? Like things and stuff there rather than countryside?
I don't know.
Okay, cool.
Metro City on SSX Tricky. It's just like a big city.
Is that surfboarding? No.
Snowboarding.
Snowboarding
Yeah,
is the word
in the
I
middle
meant.
of a city, which is what usually happens, isn't it?
Yeah.
This thing is animal print 90s 4x4 cool. It is. You either hate it or love it. Thankfully, I've only gotten smiles and waves. What, is someone going to see it and just go, brother, To me, this thing is peak performance. I agree. Just about everything. I mean, no, this is horrible. It's a roast, isn't it? I am that guy. If we saw him in the street, we'd live roast him. What, tickly ear? Just about everything has been parts binned or brought off used by... Wait, Jesus. It's the first one. It's the first one, Benny. Everything's come from a parts bin. Even every individual cable housing is bits chopped off from other projects. I hope it was your own projects and not like chopping off little pieces of someone else's bike like I do to Jimmy's.
Do you think he's like got his like outer cable is just lots of little bits of outer just kind of pushed
Threaded together. Wouldn't work that well, would it?
Well, I don't know. I would never do it. Can you imagine?
There is actually... No, there's knock-on cables. No-con. Have you seen those? You thread them on like lots of little pieces.
Jaguar do one as well. I think we've maybe got one in a box somewhere that we've not used.
Might steal that.
I used to have them on my Moss bike. Just on the rear derailleur bit of it, though, because it's too expensive otherwise.
Yeah, doing the whole bike, that's outrageous. What are we made of money? The frame finish is a vinyl wrap, and branding decals were hand-drawn, designed by me on a computer. I run a wrap shop, so I had all the right tools to do this. That is so cool.
Brendan, I need to have a conversation with you. Get in touch with me. Email me. I want to wrap some stuff, and I want to do it in a really, really cool way. If you've got a wrap shop, you can make this happen.
What are you gonna get? Are you gonna wrap a bike or anything like just stuff?
Do you remember the bike that I wrapped?
No.
So I had my first cross bike that I actually used to race for cross was a Cannondale CADE X alloy cross race bike. At the point the graphics on it were unbelievably horrible, and I was too poor to sand it, powder coat it, all of that kind of stuff. So I bought some like ice toned camo pattern vinyl and wrapped it myself. All of the junctions were terrible, and I was just kind of like cutting off little bits and filling bits in with like marker pen and stuff. It was very, very bad. But if you looked at it from a distance, it looked absolutely fantastic. I think I've got a photo somewhere.
And it stays on. They wrap cars, so it must be waterproof, hardy stuff.
Yeah, it's really good. It'll obviously add some weight, but we don't care about that.
This is my I don't know if I want to ride on trails or not bike, and keeps the fear of God in me on my local trails.
Very good. Very good.
It's underbiking, isn't it? It's good. It's good. GT bikes they're owned by Pon, and the massive company that also owns Cervelo and a bunch of other stuff. Loads of stuff.
Yeah.
But they've this year ceased producing GTs. Right. So this might be the end. But it might be the way they put it out in a press release was like, we're pausing production of GTs. It's kind of sad.
Pausing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Guess they're just giving themselves options.
Yeah. Well, it's not a great time for the bike industry, is it? So perhaps this is a reaction to that. The bike.
It's super cool.
It's just this is what I want. Last episode I was talking about wanting a bike to ride to beer. To the pub.
To beer.
Doesn't need to be an alcoholic beer. Could be a non-alcoholic beer.
Or even a
just
Coca-Cola.
to a place where they would sell beer traditionally. Go there, hang out with people, not worry about your bike too much. You don't want a fast bike because you just want to ride slowly and enjoy it. Well, as usual, we've started off terribly. It's a 9 out of 10.
I guess it is a parts bin bike, so you go with what you've got. What I would change on this is I would put a black saddle on it. I think that just stands out a bit too much. It kind of matches the animal print on the frame, I guess. But I would put the saddle I put on every single bike, which is a black saddle. I I love it. I don't hate it at all.
Yeah, valve caps look like dice.
I think the actual word is die if there's more than one.
Roll the die. Yeah.
Or is
Roll the dice.
or is a singular a die? In the comments, is die for singular or plural dice? Die or dice? I don't know.
Just rate the bike, Jimmy.
Just rate the bike, okay. 10 out of 10. But that would be being too kind. And this is a roast video. So I'm not going to give it 10 out of 10, even though I think it's a 10 out of 10 bike. I'm going to give it 9.8 out of 10.
Next we have User 47's Drillium bike. User 47?
User 47.
Hitman. Agent 47.
Who's Agent 47?
The bald guy who... Well, there's loads of them with the little barcode on the... No, you're not. You're not one of them.
Oh, as in like the game / maybe graphic novel?
Well, it's based on real life,
Is
isn't
it a
it?
comic?
So, what this tells me is we should not rate his bike low, because he'll probably assassinate us.
Oh, okay. How do you think a hitman might describe their bike? I think you should read this, and you're about to find out.
I like to drill holes in things and ride them very far. Final weight without a bag is 24.16 lbs.
Body bag.
10.9 kg. Despite all the Drillium, it's not the lightest bike in the world, but it is steel and blue.
Drillium's kind of weird, isn't it? Like
Does it give you the creeps?
a little bit, yes, a little bit. So if you don't know, Drillium is a method with which people historically have reduced the weight of their metal bikes. So this was back in the obsession with like the hill climbing space when it was all pre-carbon, and they would literally drill holes in most of the bike so it had less metal, therefore it was lighter. It kind of looks a bit odd. It's a bit strange.
Yeah. Sometimes they just they drill fully through the items. Sometimes they just kind of dent them
Notch
a
it.
bit, yeah, just in case it gets too thin and might risk breaking. Like the rear mech on that.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
It's a bit weird though. He hasn't drilled holes in the fenders though, isn't it?
Yeah. Imagine.
If I was his friend, I would borrow his bike and I would return it with the fenders completely and utterly drilled. So it's a blue bike, loads of chrome on it. It's got some splashes of red, so the cage is red, and there's a couple of little bits here and there. I think that's really tastefully done. I think it looks... it's well thought out, it's well planned. I think that's a nice bike.
The little man badge on the front.
Yeah, I can't quite work out what it is. Maybe it's his like motif as a hitman. That's how they communicate. It's kind of like his badge of I'm in the club, the Hitman Club.
Oh, it seems a bit friendly for that, but okay.
Yeah, perhaps.
Little red bottle cages. It's like Super Mario colours.
It is Super Mario colours, isn't it? Or Superman. Or
So many
Spider-Man.
characters. He's so many heroes and anti-heroes.
Which is the anti-hero?
Hitman, Agent 47.
Hitman. I thought you were suggesting Superman or Spider-Man was an anti-hero. Definitely not. The stem's unusual. I've not seen a stem like that before.
Cable straight through.
Yeah, so that, if you haven't seen that before, these are canti brakes, so it's a cantilever mechanism, and for the front brake to work, a cable has to pull up through the middle, so they usually have a mount under the stem, so it's a stem that allows that to happen. So I guess there's actually two education pieces on this bike to our audience, if they don't know.
7 out of 10.
That is a fair rating. 7 out of 10. What we got next?
Next up, we have Enno's Alan.
Wait, what?
Enno's Alan.
Well, the bike's called an Alan.
Yeah,
Is it?
yeah.
I'm
They
glad you-
released that alongside the...
Steve!
I'm glad you've looked up how to pronounce it properly. Well done.
No problem. It's actually an Italian company, isn't it? So it's probably not pronounced.
Elano. I had to know though, didn't I?
Hey, CADE Media. Probably Benny having to make a selection for this video. Hi,
Ooh.
Benny. He said hi to you.
Hello.
Love the channel. Been watching all the bike packing films multiple times. This is my Alan Corsa Super Carbonio, which I built up myself second-hand parts for around 700 euros.
Whoa.
That is 700 euros. That's sick.
This is a carbon bike.
Yeah, this is like did a video on Giant recently, and they released very similar alloy lugs, carbon tubes. So these were around the first mass-produced carbon frames.
I
around this time.
legitimately don't think I've seen a carbon bike with tube profiling that small. I've somehow missed this point of carbon bike production. Obviously, I've seen loads of lugged bikes, carbon or not carbon, but always with bigger tubes. I would be absolutely convinced that that's a metal bike. Like even the fork, it's a metal fork.
Yeah, it didn't take long for them
really
to go
interesting.
into the big bulbous... Yeah. It's a shame, really.
That's kind of cool.
AliExpress OSPW. I think they look cool. I know they mess with your shifting, but I don't care. Frame set, seat post was second hand. Ripped the silver brake calipers off my commuter bike to put them on. One very tiny detail that's still missing is the tension adjusters of the brakes are black and not silver. Very detail-y. Which is annoying, and I want to change that as soon as possible. Wheels are Mavic Cosman Carbon SLEs. I don't know the precise name of them. Mainly for repeatedly being warned in your videos that carbon rim brakes are It's true.
They are junk. This is actually a really interesting wheel set, or more this point in Mavic's history. It was like, 10 years, maybe even 15 years ago, everyone wanted this wheel set. I don't even know why. It was the most iconic wheel set that everyone wanted. I never got it, and I feel like I missed out. So thank you, Enno, for living my dream.
I got to ride these for one season. One season, straight back to the team.
How were they?
Just like wheels.
Yeah. Didn't stop very well.
No, they stopped great. It was their more Dura Ace wheels. Do you remember the Dura Ace wheels back then? Same thing. Alloy surface.
The thing is, though, your memory of them is that they did stop. If you rode them now, you would. It's that thing with cycling where you ride something that's actually good now, and you go, oh wow, actually, yeah, those brakes were junk, weren't they?
Oh, I've got one of my bikes is rim brake.
Yeah, and the brakes are junk.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. I don't use them. I'm planning on switching to TAM wheels. I've converted the traditional threaded headset to a threadless headset using an adapter from Decathlon.
It's interesting.
I didn't know they made that. Decathlon makes some stuff you would not expect. Pedals are Shimano SPD single-sided. One side is a flat pedal. These are the pedals, which in theory seem amazing because you got flat on one side, clippy in on the other. But whenever you need to clip in to the clip bit, the flat bit is up. And whenever you need to use the flats, the clip bit is up. So they're the most annoying thing in the world.
So basically, what you're describing to me is Shimano SPD SLs. They're one-sided, and it's annoying. All pedals should be two-sided.
Well, the SPD SLs have a weight on the bottom, so they sit the way they should.
They don't know. Double-sided pedals for the win. SPDs beat SPD SLs. The end.
I do agree with you.
What I used to have back in my youth or younger days, I used to have little... you used to be able to get like a pedal cover thing which would clip into an SPD. So when I was using my bike as a beer bike, as you like to say, I would just clip those in, ride out, meet my mates, have a couple of beers, lock my bike up somewhere, ride home with them. I think it's a great idea.
It saves you getting extremely painful feet when you just ride SPD pedals with normal shoes. And you're like, oh, it hurts.
If you're beer riding,
well, you don't feel it on the way back.
well, that as well, yeah. But you're chilling. You're having a lol.
How do you pronounce Alan in Italian? We didn't work that out.
Probably Alan.
Well, it's a great looking bike. The wheels match the frame great. All of it's good.
It is pretty cool, isn't it?
God damn it.
Though I personally am not a fan of a traditional drop handlebar. It's just very big, and you have to have a massive bike for it to work, and it just about works on this. But on the size bike that I ride, a traditional drop, it's lower than the wheel.
It's not a very traditional. It's the zip one, isn't it? It's like it's a trad drop, but not really.
Yeah, very round.
And at least you can put your shifters higher up.
Yes, yeah, fair. But on a bike that's our size, the bottom of that bar is below the top of the wheel.
People of our size, these bars are just not for us.
Yeah.
But he looks like he'd be very tall.
It does.
Even though there's no picture of him.
Looks like a big bike.
I think that's awesome. I love a definitely modern group set on old frame. And it's cool that it's all compatible still. So it's good. 8 out of 10.
7 out of 10 for me.
Next up we have Zeph's bike. My granddad watches you on YouTube all the time. We have granddads watching us. He said, "You can roast me and my bike, but you have to be nice or he'll get Emily to tell you off. We do not want the wrath of Emily."
We don't.
My name is Zeph, and I'm 4.5 years old. My granddad bought me this bike for my 4th birthday. It's a bike.
Can we just
BYK.
appreciate how good this 4.5-year-old is at typing?
Amazing.
And communicating.
Incredible.
Wow.
It's got 3 gears, a bell, and black. The back wheel needs to be replaced as it has flat bits.
From skidding, obviously.
Yeah. Granddad says that's from skids.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm not granddad. I know I'm old, but I'm not granddad.
He says not to do skids, but I do them when he goes home. Bikes are for skidding.
Why would
Bikes
you say
are for
don't
skidding.
skid?
Do a wheelie. Do a skid. Crash.
Ruin your shoes from putting your foot on the back wheel. Gosh.
I like biking with my granddad on the tracks, going through muddy puddles and biking fast. When I grow up, I want to be a big orange. My
granddad. You may wish to reread that sentence, Francis.
When I grow up, I want a big orange bike like my dad. I wonder what his bike is.
Still got it wrong.
Oh, God.
Try again.
Say it for me, Jimmy.
When I grow up, I want a big orange bike like Grandad. That still doesn't make sense. Love, Zeph.
Oh.
Thank you for your submission, Zeph. It's nice that someone finally submits a bike that's Francis's size. So I'm sure you appreciate it more than most.
I would. I'm going to borrow it one day. If I ever see you, I'll ask and I'll skid it with permission.
So,
but not from your granddad.
Stealthed out, love it. Rim brakes, everyone knows we love rim brakes. Nice riser on the bars. Chain guard, underrated is a chain guard. Keeps the muck off your legs. It's an easy one. It's a 10 out of 10 bike for me. Yeah. Everyone should have one of these bikes.
Sloping top tube, compact frame.
Oh, yeah.
Race ready.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. Nice one, Zeph.
Well, this is a contrast, isn't it?
Now we have Yifan's BMC Time Machine. Equipped with every spacer I can get my hands on. An aero bottle I never drink out of. Gold chainring that I took an angle grinder to so it fit the power meter. Plus custom gold decals showing some love for one of the experiments that I work on. You what? Experiments.
What does it read?
It says T2K-SK and 295 kilometers.
T2K-SK.
I filed down a crank once to fit asymmetric chainrings on an Ultegra crankset, which in hindsight was in the time where it was already compromised. One of those Shimano cranks that might just snap at any time. And I made it even more dangerous by shaving it. But the chainrings fit on. I'm here now. I didn't die.
If we had the energy to make a B-roll shot, I would have you in a bathtub with a Ultegra crank, some shaving foam and a razor, just doing this.
There's so many shots like this I want to do. There was one the other day. I was like, I can't ask Benny to take a bike, film himself in bed with a bike, kissing it. It's too much to ask. He needs to work here for at least 6 months before we ask that.
There will hopefully come a point where we have the space to actually be able to make all of the crazy B-roll shots that we want to shoot. Mm-hmm. But anyway, another thing. This bike is fast as boy.
It's got that super high front end thing. A lot of people, high position is a fast position. It's aero coach, bar extensions and wheels.
They must be billionaires because every TT bike in the world seems to have aero coach on it now.
Including half the pro peloton who just buy it. They don't give it to them. They like blanket. They're like, we will not give out parts, but you can buy it off us. And everyone still does.
We know the guys at Aero Coach. It's husband and wife team.
Yep.
They are absolutely amazing. And it is actually really nice to see nice, good people make really good products and people buy those good products supporting their life. It's very nice.
It's cool.
If I had a TT bike, I would definitely be getting some of those Aero Coach extensions. They are sick. This is like the new Aero. Really high front end, filling in space. So like he says, the aero bottle that never gets drunk out of. The reason is he's filling space in front of him to make himself more aero. And I think we're going to see way more of this coming through in the pro space, assuming the regulations allow it. It's already all over the triathlon space.
You get people doing mad stuff like in the gravel racing where the rules are a bit like grey area. But they put things in their jersey and make themselves all smooth like a polar bear. Sliding forwards on ice at 50k an hour.
Is it a grey area or is it just not racing? I think you'd probably find it's just not racing.
What, people just putting food there for later?
Yeah, we'll go with that's what I meant.
Yeah.
These experiments are weird. Hello.
Benny says he knows what the experiments are.
It's something to do with quantum mechanics and quantum physics, neutrino oscillations experiments,
Those words still don't make sense.
Big Bang Theory, the TV series,
Yeah.
Sheldon,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
That's a good explanation. Thank you. Okay. I love TT bikes. I used to own one. I never want to own one. Well, I do want to own one again, but I couldn't justify ever actually buying one. Would I want that bike? Absolutely yes. That is sick. But it's a waste of money because TT bikes are always a waste of money. Just get a road bike and make it fast.
Goldie looking chain ring.
Excellent band. I'm going to give it...
It's getting 6.5. I'm not a TT bike guy.
As a TT bike, I would give that
I bet it's fast.
8.8 out of 10. But I still feel like TT bikes in most cases are a waste of money. So I want to give it 7 out of 10. Oh, now we're talking.
This is Bill's 84 Cinelli Super Corsa. Greetings to the whole CADE Media team and congratulations on your outstanding coverage of the tour that I was not part of. Well done, guys. You did great. Okay. Looking for a nice rich espresso roast for my classic Italian frame. Pictured as my trusty steed for 40 plus years, Nelly. A 1984 Cinelli Super Corsa, purchased as a frame set in 1984. I built her up then with a full Super Record group. Nelly was my primary race bike for the next 5 years of criterium, chaos and carnage. After that we both retired from racing, looking about ready for the glue factory. That's a weird term. What does that mean?
Being the resident old person of CADE Media, it's like a historic term that was used to essentially represent retiring, and what it refers to is often racehorses being sent off to the glue factory where they would melt. You basically use horses' bones melted down to make animal-based glues. He's essentially saying he stopped racing.
A fresh coat of paint had Nelly looking good as new again, so in 1990 built her back up with a new Campag Record Delta brake Gruppo. I laced up new wheels, finished the build with a Cinelli stem and a chrome Silca frame pump. Oh, wait, how do I get that?
It was probably just what they were making at the time, because chrome was cool. Chrome was like in at this period of time, wasn't it? I bet they just sold that as a bog standard product back then.
Is saying in the 90s.
Yeah.
Was Silca around that long?
They're really old Silca, the original Silca.
Of course, Josh Portner bought it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is so cool. Bill's a legend.
Nelly is jealous of her younger, faster, lighter weight bikes in the stable, but she still rides like a thoroughbred Italian steel racing machine. If only my legs could still push that ridiculous block cassette. Yeah, it's the teeniest. You can't even see it. It's just another jockey wheel.
It's pointless being more than one gear, isn't it? Because the difference between the 12 and the 18 is basically nothing.
Well, it's just that you change gear and it just... We're reaching that point again, though, aren't we? They keep adding speeds. And then you change gear, it doesn't actually change gear.
Yeah, true. I love that. I properly love that bike. It is just so cool. It's like, I feel like that is the last point where bikes were iconically cool. There are obviously interesting things that happen now, but I just don't think they're as good as that. It's absolutely fantastic. Bill's a legend. I have this weird thing where now I'm getting older, so I'm turning 40 very soon, actually.
Well done.
And I know I didn't think I'd ever make it, but I have made it somehow. Well, I haven't yet, but maybe I'll make it. I don't care about birthdays. I don't care about age. But for some reason, I'm at that point. I guess it's like this point of midlife crisis where I start having... I like the idea of owning things that are as old as me. So what I love about this is this bike. So I was bought in 85. This is 84. I quite like the idea of having a bike that's absolutely gorgeous that was made in 1985. I quite like the idea of a really nice vintage watch that was made in 1985. It doesn't have to be expensive. There's lots of cheap ones out there. And I really like the idea of a 1985 Porsche 911. That would be very expensive, and sadly, it will never be part of my stable. But I don't know. Maybe it's a getting old thing or older thing.
You're even older. If you were Korean, you'd be 40 already.
Do they start at the beginning of the year? They just count it as a calendar.
I can't remember the exact details. I think it's you're born and you're 1. As soon as January hits, January 1st, you're 2. So it doesn't matter when you're born in the year. If you're born December 30th, you're 2 very quickly. But you're not Korean and you weren't born in Korea, so it's fine. You're not 40 yet.
That might not be an accurate representation of how Koreans do their aging, but it is the most information we know right now. Correct us in the comments. Right, so let's roast. There is nothing. Well, the gears. The gear ratios are a 0 out of 10 for me because
Depends where you live.
You may as well have a fixie though. It may as well be a fixie. You may as well just convert it to a fixie. It's clearly a super cool bike. The colour's class. All the chrome splashes are amazing. The saddle is probably incredibly uncomfortable but looks incredibly cool. That is the traditional bar that I referenced earlier, but that is the actual version of the traditional bar, which is horrible because it's so over the top. But I don't care, it looks good. There couldn't be a better wall bike for me than that. That every now and again you go, oh, the sun's shining, let's pull it off of the wall and have a little spin around the block. This is going to be some great fun. That is sick. I love it. I even love really thin rims. You just want the Silka Pump, don't you? Can't stop thinking about that.
Yeah, Silka Pump's 10 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Nice one, Bill. Next we have Alex's Primos. Hello, my name is Alex. I'm a big fan of your videos and they inspired me to start road and gravel riding. That's so cool. For your roasting considerations, this is a Primos Dame, size medium. Fulcrum 650B wheels, American Classic tan wheels in 47. Drivetrain is sensor levers, SRAM NX derailleur, Shimano XC, because every brand in the world is on this bike. Envy stem, data bars, mechanical hydro brakes. Not great, but flat in Indiana, so they do just fine. Yeah, it's like you don't need to brake. Fidlock bottle is on the way. I didn't know this brand, so I went online to check on their website. They're based in Portland. They do a full build on their website, and the price that is displayed, you get a microshift sword, some decent wheels, some like hard pack tires, Contis, like it's good. 680 quid.
Steel.
Yeah.
It's got to be steel.
Chrome steel frame. That's
That's good.
Decathlon killer.
Yeah, that's
And
like
it
properly good.
for vibes. High vibes. You've broken you. 681.
Little bit, yeah.
681 pounds.
Which presumably is just a straight conversion to sterling.
Well, I guess it's, if you ordered it from, if you were here, ordered it from America, there's going to be some import stuff. But if you just bought it, that's the conversion currently. I think the website must do it automatically.
I can't believe we've never heard of this brand before. I just want to appreciate you people because you add value to us. So, you know, some of you get value from what we do, thankfully.
It's a handful.
But you also add value to us. We've never heard of this brand before. This is why I love these videos, because we get to see what stuff's out there that we're missing. Because obviously, you know, we're based in the UK, and there's stuff outside of that we miss. What I know is, I need to get in touch with these people. We should be doing reviews on bikes like this, because that is an incredible bike. Bear in mind, the one that's on screen isn't the actual one that you'd be buying for £680. But the £680 bike that's a complete bike they sell is really well spec'd. It's a really good price. I want to know if it's a good bike to ride, because that's the sort of thing that we need to be telling people is available. It's class.
Yeah, I want to cover some more actual affordable bikes.
It kind of reminds me of Masakan, which is one of the small brands that we've recently found. I talk about them all the time because I think they are so cool and they are potentially unbelievable value to a lot of people. And the brand is cool. It's made by some friends that absolutely love cycling, and they're making good bikes that are better value than a lot of the stuff that's out there. And that's what this brand Primos seem to be doing as well in America. It's a couple of mates that started the brand because they love riding bikes, and they seem to be making stuff that is better than a lot of stuff out there. So yeah, we should definitely get our hands on it. That's class. Oh, I have one negative. So the bike's absolutely fantastic. I would like to give it a 10 out of 10, but I'm not going to. I'm going to knock it down because you're about to put a fidlock on it, and I hate fidlock bottles and their mounts. They annoy me. You have to have very specific bolts so it all sits in and just stays there.
They give you bolts. They give you bolts in the...
Why don't we ever have the bolts then? Why have we lost all of the bolts?
Well, I stole them all.
It's odd. It's a very good system. It costs a lot of money. We've obviously used them loads because they historically sponsored Francis, and then that kind of passed on a little bit to CADE. In 2023, we haven't been sponsored by them for absolutely ages. I much prefer a classic bottle cage with a normal bottle, but you still love them, Benny loves them, and it upsets me deeply.
which is great because I can take them all and it doesn't annoy
Yes,
you.
yeah. Because we had some left
They're
over.
all in my house.
we had a load of stock left over from the previous contract. This is like 2024, and you were like, "Oh, do you mind if I take this?" I'm like, "Please take it all. Get it away from me."
Result.
There is obviously
Result.
there's nothing wrong with it. It's an irrational annoyance that I have with their products.
So that's your marking down.
Yes.
That's what you're doing. Okay.
And it's not the bike as it is, 10 out of 10. When he puts Fidlock on it, 9 out of 10.
Okay. He's getting 10 from me, and it will be 11 when the Fidlock comes. Next, we have Eugene's Trek Domane. Eugene from the San Francisco Bay Area here with what can be best described as a race-fitting meme bike. I'm 5'10" with short legs and the torso of someone 6'3", like sausage dog proportions, or wiener dog for the Americans. As such, I basically require a frame that's size 52 in height but 62 in length. Okay, so it's a 54 Trek Domane slammed 180mm stem, negative degree, with 30 centimeter handlebars.
This is class.
It's the Ridley. It's the same as the Ridley that we tested.
Oh, it actually is, isn't it?
But this is how positions are going. If you're a racer boy or girl, you want a long position.
Yeah, but
So if you can tolerate it,
he doesn't want a long position. He needs one.
he needs it. He's got super long arms.
Something I love about bikes and people which love riding bikes is you can nearly always find a way to make bikes work. The exclusion is if you're really small because there isn't stuff that goes small enough.
Which we see here. These are pretty much chosen at random. All of the roasts we've done over the last 3 years. And so many of them are bikes that have been taken out of their intended use case.
Yes, yeah. Well, not their intended use, but their intended sizing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And guess what? People still ride them and it's fine.
Yeah. So he says, if a rainbow chain adds 5 watts, then an all-black chain with 120 links adds 10 watts.
But it adds hours and hours to your life because you don't have to clean it. If it's a black chain, you just leave it.
And it's quicker.
There's no point in chain. Why is it quicker?
Well, you're saying it's 10 watts quicker.
But if you're adding watts, that's more watts to do. You're kind of taking away watts.
Well,
you should be saving
I
watts.
think that's what he means by it. Right, so my first thoughts, as you can imagine, were there's no way this bike fits him. He's explained why it does, and I absolutely love that. I am not a fan of weird jockey derailleur cages that are botched around for faux performance, so negative points for the ceramic speed cage
it will be
thingy-majiggy.
some real performance, but just very marginal.
It's just a waste of money. It looks good. It's a nice looking bike. Is this their endurance?
No, it's climbing.
Oh, so it's just
Yeah.
it's less beefy than the like.
It's still pretty beefy though, isn't it?
It is, but it's not got the weird seat stay
Hole.
bit thing.
Well, the race one has a hole in the back.
Whoop. I don't know those wheels. They look beefy. They look nice.
It's great looking frame. Terrible branding for Trek.
Fantastic branding
everybody else.
for people buying it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what we want a lot of the time with bikes, isn't it? Something that's just like clean looking, and that's a pretty clean looking bike. Apart from the ceramic speed jockey cage thingy-majiggy and the wheels, I'm okay with it.
Doesn't well, I was about to say regular bar and stem, but this is 180mm stems are hard to come by. A regular bar and stem looks better than a one piece.
Like a one piece.
Yeah, in almost all situations.
Yeah.
There's something about it. Why does that look cool? It just does.
I just can't see myself ever wanting a carbon one piece bar and stem. I just like tinkering too much. I like to every now and again be like, oh, do you know what? My bars actually they need to come around a couple more mil.
It's always that. I just want to
little
rotate
things.
my bars.
Just little things like that. Oh yeah, just a couple of mil different there and a couple of mil different here. I just like fiddling with
Especially
stuff like that.
when you're sort of our height, bars end up sitting at different angles depending on the head tube angle of the bike because your fork's changing angle. So you end up like not. Where is it designed to actually be?
On a bigger bike.
Probably.
And they don't care about us.
Well, half of them, some of them curve around loads. Like it's why we like the Pinarello bar. Some of them are no way. This is great.
I guess the tyres are different. It's very fashionable currently on fast bikes to have the Conti Aero tyre, which has got little notches coming out of it on the front. and not it on the rear, probably because the tyre itself is like 100 quid or something. It's really, really expensive for that tyre.
Have you looked at the testing for that?
I haven't.
I feel as if I've read something about it maybe not being as fast as the standard GP5000. Don't quote me.
I don't even care. I don't care whether it's faster or not faster. I have no interest in it as a tyre. I'm going to put good tyres on my bike that are not astronomically expensive, that do have puncture protection, and are going to roll very nicely. And that is GP5.
Why do anyone else bother?
Right, let's rate this bike.
It's good. He's getting 7. No, he's getting an 8. He's kind of in the position that everyone wants their bike to look like.
I don't know. That stem and bar is like so
Obscene,
long, and
obscene.
it's the new SRAM shifters. Like, look how far his hand is in front.
World's longest arm.
It's just like so long. That is obviously going to have an impact on the handling of the bike at
he's
that
Mr. Tickle.
extent. I'm going to give it 6.5 out of 10.
Next we have Chris's Bridgestone. Hi there, really enjoy your content. Greetings from Switzerland. Picture from my time in Japan where I built a bike with all second-hand parts and shipped it back, where it is now my go-to bike for alley cats.
Oh, cool.
He actually races alley cats. Keep it up and stay safe, my guys. Best, Chris.
Nice one, Chris.
And we have a track bike with some bottles on the back.
Okay, we know by now I have a reputation for bashing track bikes. That is a cool bike. That is a pretty cool bike. My first thoughts are, though, if you cover the front end of the bike, you go, oh, it's a big beefy boy. And then you cover the back end of the bike and you go, oh, it's a tiny little skinny boy.
Is this something to do, is the odd proportions because it's got parts which are Kieran related being in Japan? Because there's like, you have to have parts of a certain size to be able to race Kierans.
I don't know. Regardless, my point still stands.
Super skinny at the front. That's what Bella looked like the other day when Emily shaved the front of her only and left the back all big and boofy.
Do you know what? It's essentially a track sprinter. Massive legs, tiny arms.
T-Rex.
What I definitely, although as I've said many times, I have no interest in track bikes. That is a wall bike, isn't it? Like if you I would buy that bike just to stick it on a wall because it just looks cool. I do think this is a good opportunity for us to bring in our resident fixie expert to give us some facts on this bike, because Bridgestone, as far as I'm aware, are a tyre manufacturer.
Should we, if we walk, we go like this and then he appears.
Hello.
Right, Benny, what can you tell us about this bike?
Okay, it's a Japanese track bike and Bridgestone makes it. And if you didn't know, Bridgestone is actually one of the manufacturers for Keirin bikes in Japan under the NJS standard, which is
That's it, NJS, that's what I was trying to remember.
Nihon Shinkokai Jitensha.
What just happened?
Something like
I
that.
didn't know you could speak Japanese.
Yeah.
What?
I knew we hired him for a reason.
It's Japanese.
This one scene.
So what's NJS standards, Benny?
It's something like UCI, ISO standards. Essentially, they regulate Keirin racing, which is betting in Japan. And it's massive. It's a $6.5 billion betting revenue industry
Still, now.
right now.
I wonder how many professional riders there are riding Keirin in Japan.
3,000.
Oh, it's good you knew that. What else can you tell us?
In Japan, you can only bet for 4 different kinds of sports.
Right.
Keirin racing, horse racing, speedboat racing, and something called speedway motorcycle racing,
Legally.
legally.
Oh,
There's also a lot of illegal stuff, but
It's illegal.
but we don't talk about that.
that's why I figured it out.
Thanks, Benny.
Before he incriminates himself, it's like, yeah, I've been illegally gambling in Japan, online chat rooms for years.
This episode is like educational.
This
What's
is
happened?
incredible. I don't know.
So let's give it a rating. I can't get over the odd distribution of the front and back. It's the weight distribution. It just makes me feel it's too front light and back heavy. So I'm going to give it 6.5 out of 10.
Oh no, this is
Oh, 7.5 I think, because it's got a cool little number on it. 1312.
I'm with you there. Okay, 8.5. And last on today's video is Huno's. I don't know how to
Careful.
say this word.
Careful.
I'm being careful. Fagine. This is my road bike, and there is no model name or date of manufacture. It's handcrafted all-carbon Italian road bike with 2x10 Campag group set. The front derailleur and front quick-release lever is somehow carbon. Okay. I hope you like it. I do quite like it. That is a decent-looking bike.
It is interesting, isn't it? It's like that period of raw carbon coming through. Like if you look at the seat stays, they're very wishbony, if that's the right term for it.
Off-road SPDs. That would weigh about a gram.
I think I would put a black group set on it. I know that's not in keeping with the Campag silver theme of past, but I think it would look perhaps better with a black group set. And also, have a look at the bar tape. It looks like it is legitimately electrical tape.
A lot of times in my when I'm like scripting the first look videos and we talk about carbon frames, we say things like handmade. Isn't everything handmade?
I've got a feeling, my knowledge of carbon fibre manufacturing is that there is always some kind of manual person laying carbon into a mould, which is then resiny heated together. So I think, technically,
Everything is handmade.
all of them are handmade. However, over to you guys again. There's got to be someone that's watching this video in these comments that knows bucket tons about carbon fibre. Is any carbon fibre product for the bike industry made exclusively by machine with no handness to it? Thank you. Excluding 3D printing.
One day.
The black and gold theme in the frame is really nice.
It is nice.
It is really nice.
I also like how on their website they have another model of bike, which is steel, called Doge.
Doji. Like the dog. Or the bit.
Like the Doge.
We shouldn't even just bleep out the word bit, would you? Because it'll probably get us like
Yeah,
strikes.
no, some game suggested. But yeah.
Every time the word bit used, bleep it out. Why is the bottle cage red? Again,
You'll have to ask him.
Black group set, black cage, and that's very highly rated. Like, very highly rated. Let's rate this, wrap up this video. This, for me, is 7 out of 10.
Oh, we're in agreement for the first time today. 7 out of 10. We've got hundreds more bikes to go through, but if you want to send us some more, then send them to ratemyride@cademedia.co.uk, and perhaps you'll feature in a future episode. We really love looking through them all, even if they don't make it to an episode. So if there's some small bike brands, it's like the one earlier called
Primos.
Stuff like that is so cool. It's a pleasure to make these videos, so thank you. Goodbye.
Do you know what we haven't done in this episode?
What do we usually do? Like, thanks!
The end.
Yeah.